Hey, Ed, it's Brian and Eric again, and we figured out what the real hang-up issue is when you pull the slide back in, then it doesn't want to return all the way forward. We had thought that it was this spring, which this this spring right here, which yes and no, it hangs up from time to time, or we thought that's what it was, but what it actually turned out to be is that the rifle mechanism itself is in three different sections. You've got a barrel section, you've got this connecting section here, and then you've got the receiving section or the receiver section. And those three sections, when they flex, and they want to flex because when you're cocking it back, you're putting a bending. You can't see my other hand because I'm holding a camera, but you're putting a bending action into the rifle, and that bending action was causing the slide. Go ahead and rack it back. The slide to hang up right in this area and pinch, and it wasn't allowing it to travel forward. When the tension was released from the bend, then like you letting go of the mechanism and then the rifle straightening out, then the slide would slide forward. So we figured there's got to be some screws. So we tightened those up, which they were pretty tight. There's a couple more screws here. Phillips said tighten those, but those were already tight. So these tightened up a little bit more. Those were already tight. And then we flipped it over to see if there's any screws on the bottom. This one is insignificant because it's not part of the flexing thing. But this bad boy right here in the front of the magazine was super loose. So when we tightened that little Phillips head up, it tightened the whole join between the three sections up, and then that hang up on the mechanism went away. And this was very loose on our testing mechanism here when we were testing that. So if you start getting too many hang-ups on this, take the gun apart, get under here, and tighten this bad boy up while the barrel is straight. You don't want to tighten it with an angle to it because that's the problem. Make sure the barrel's straight. Tighten that screw right there if the camera will focus on it. And it doesn't want to, but you can see where it is. Actually, we're looking at this upside down. It's this screw right here, and forgive my cell phone for not focusing, but it's that bad boy right there which was causing that whole hang up when the barrel would bend to the left when you're racking this back, and then causing it to put a little tension on the barrel there, Eric, to see if we can get this to hang up now that we tighten it. So he's putting the left hand tension on the barrel like you would if you were racking it back, and as soon as he relaxes that barrel, it slides forward. This screw loosens up and causes that slop to happen. So by straightening the barrel, tightening that screw under there, this will rack in and come back every time without interruption. So we finally figured it out, and there you go.